So, hey Randy, here we are again, another week, another video. You just got done with the closing, and that's why we were a little late today. And just as you were coming on, I'm looking at a note, and I guess I could pull that up real fast. Yeah, so this is the deal. The property, and this is a note I really hope I get to buy. I talked to the guy a couple days ago, and he finally followed up with paperwork today. Value of the property is $80,000, and there was a 25% down payment. He sold this property last year. Okay, so they put $20,000 down, leaving me a $60,000 note in PV there. It's only at 6%, which, you know, it's not horrible, but I would wish for a little higher than that in terms of what I can pay for the note. And here's the real killer, Randy. Amortized over 30 years, right? No balloon, so zero in future value. So the monthly payment's $359.73. He's received a year worth of payments, so there's $348 left to go. And if I needed a, you know, let's say for what kind of yield, Randy, would you want if you were hanging out for the next 29 years potentially? And I know statistically speaking, this could pay off, you know, 7 years from now or tomorrow or 15 years from now. But if you had to hang out for that long, what kind of a yield would you want on this note?
So you're saying there's no balloon built?
No balloon. It's owner occupied, so in that way I kind of like it because it's very HUD compliant, very SAFE Act friendly. It's fully amortized, fixed, you know, interest rate. But, you know, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is, and who knows, interest rates can only go up from where they're at now. But in direct answer to your question, I think I would want 11 or 12%.
Okay, so if we needed 12%, I'll put that into IR, interest per year right there. And then I'll solve for PV. I guess I could pay him just shy of $35,000 for the remaining notes, but if I needed a little more, what if I needed, you know, 16% to feel comfortable hanging out that long? I could pay, so somewhere between, you know, 26,000 to 35,000 if I wanted a 12 to 16% return. Anyway, so that's the note I'm looking at now, and I really like it because they did a good job. In fact, you know, when I pull up the HUD one, they indeed did pay the full $20,000 cash down payment. That looked like a real number, not a made-up number. And they bought lender's insurance, which usually owner carriers forget. They have the owner's title policy, but they forget the lender's title policy. So, and they're having this escrowed by an attorney. So taxes and insurance are escrowed, which is great. It's great. So,
Can I ask you a question?
yeah, sure.
You and I both know that the odds are probably 99% that note would pay off either through a sale or refinance. And explain to the folks listening what that does to your rate of return.
Yeah, let's go over that. So great picture. So to get the number, I'm just gonna have to cut us in half here, Randy. Okay, so I'm gonna recreate the note here at 360, 6%, $60,000 note. Here's and so to get the amortization, let's say it pays off at year, what should we say? Year 7?
Well, it's my understanding the average American either sells or refinances every 7 years.
So let's say it pays off at the 84th payment. So I'll look at the amortization. All right, I got to write this down. The balance at that time would be $53,783 and change. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here. Now I'm going to make that my future value, right? It's like a balloon that's not forced, but it's likely there. Okay, so 783, and make that a negative number to match the payment. And so, if so, 84. So how many is that? 6 years. So in 72 payments from now, if I get that balloon, right, here's my recall. I've got my balloon there. If he pays off at year 7, 6 years after I buy the note, let's say I was okay at the 20, let's say I bought it at a, what did I say, 16% yield? Was 20, 24, 25,000? Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's say that I bought it at a 16% yield thinking I'm going out all the way. So if it does pay off 6 years after I buy it, so I'd have, that's my balloon at that point. I have 72 months to collect 359.73 plus the balloon. Now I want to calculate for yield. I thought I was getting a 16% yield. 25,000. Yeah. My 16% yield jumps up to 25%. So that's one thing I like, is these surprise upsides that you can have with discounted notes that you just don't get with like if you make a private loan. It's, unless you end up taking a property back that has a lot of equity and you're happy having that property and or reselling it, you don't get these kind of bumps. You know, at the end they're not going to say, oh, we just resold the property and just because we like you so much we're going to give you an extra 10 grand or something. You know, it usually doesn't happen that way.